6-year-old Fil-Am author signs books at Barnes & Noble, New York. A 6-year-old student at Wassing School in Bloomfield, New Jersey has published a book and signed copies at a Barnes & Noble bookstore in nearby Clifton on April 28. I Am Jen Alexander was written and illustrated by Jen Quintus, the youngest of 3 children by Alex and Ethel Quintus. The book has 3 short stories spread over 24 pages, with illustrations on every page, which Jen himself has sketched. He could be one of the country's youngest self-published authors. It's only 1 sentence per page, chuckles Alex, a St. Alex, Manila-born businessman who operates a parking service and a food truck City Republic. His wife, Ethel, from Las Piñas, is a stay-at-home parent. They have 2 older children, Alisa, 13, and Josh, 7th of January dedicated his book to older brother Josh, who has autism. All 3 kids are US-born. Written and illustrated by Jen Quintus. Alexi, Jen's interest ranges from writing and drawing to drums, piano and basketball, according to his father. When he heard his sister, Alisa, had no interest in having her writings compiled in a book, Jen declared he wanted to have his own book. I was in Jersey City playing basketball, and he called me several times. What time are you coming home? When are we going to publish my book? Recalled Alex, 38. Very founded, publisher in Esley, and after 2 weeks I Am Jen Alexander was off the press. It has 3 stories: a day in school, the kid goes on vacation, and the kid got lost in the zoo. There is a lesson exercise at the end of each story. Wassing School issued a press release on the school website announcing the book signing at Barnes & Noble in Clifton. Jen has been sharing his stories with his fellow classmates and other classrooms here at Wassing, reads the statement. We are all so proud and excited for him. We had to share the great news the day before the book signing. He was excited, he said, and proud at the same time. Asked why he dedicated his book to older brother, Josh, he replied, because he got autism. He does not quite understand what autism is, but he asks a lot of questions, said Alex. Why is Josh not talking to me? Why doesn't he want to play with me? We explained to him that his brother is a special child because of his condition. As a published author, Jen gets a lot of attention in school. He thinks he is famous because some of his teachers gave him chocolate candies and notebooks. He also gets good grades and excels in science. He was named Student of the Month for September and wonders why, despite getting praise from his teachers, he was not awarded in the succeeding month. We remind him he needs to be humble and that the awards need to be shared with everyone, said Alex. At a recent book fair in East Orange, he was able to sell 28 copies of his book. He went home with in his wallet. He sold them by himself. He talked to the buyers, Alex said. Jen has his early morning routine where he plays the drums and the piano, and practices his ball dribbling before coming down to the table to take his breakfast. His parents are pleased that he displays a certain kind of discipline and confidence, but wish also that he stays a fun-loving kid. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe.